Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. With me, where am I? There I am, with me, Rob Biddulph, and Ringo. Although Ringo's not here with me today, I'm afraid. Now then, I am a children's author and a children's illustrator too. You might know me from my books, like this one, Blown Away. Have you seen this one? It's all about Penguin Blue. He goes out flying his kite, look, on a very windy day, and he ends up getting blown away. Look, he ends up somewhere. Penguins, polar bears, seals, they're not usually found, and they have to think of a clever way of getting back home again. Shall I give you a little spoiler alert? Look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Oh, look. There it is. There's the Russian version of the book. Ooh, I think my name looks pretty cool in Russian. Pod. Looks like pod. Maybe you've seen this one. Whoop. He says, dropping all the books. Maybe you've seen this one. Odd Dog Out. All about a sausage dog who doesn't fit in with all the other sausage dogs. You might know this one. Well, some of you might know it because a very famous actor called Tom Hardy read it on CBeebies bedtime story. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. I think it's on iPlayer. Lots of people seem to like that for some reason. I can't think why. Maybe you see my new book. It's called Dog Gone. It's about Teddy, the pug here. It's in shops now. I think you might like it. You like dogs, you'll like this book. Trust me. But you know what? We are here today to do a drawing together, as per usual. You know the drill, don't you? You know how it works. And what we're going to be drawing today is one of the, I think it's fair to say it's one of the strangest creatures on the earth. They're sort of almost unlike anything else, really. We're going to draw an octopus. Do you like octopuses? I like octopus. Do you say octopuses? Octopi. I think you say octopi, don't you? I love octopi. They're sort of, I sort of always think of them as almost like aliens on Earth, aren't they? They look sort of what I imagine aliens to look like. They're sort of all squidgy and slimy, and they sort of move strangely with all those tentacles, don't they? And talking about octopuses makes me realise that probably I should have done a bit of research. And so, found out some interesting facts to tell you about octopuses before I press record, but I haven't done that, have I? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put up some interesting facts right here. Look at this fact about octopuses. Did you know this fact about octopuses? Wow, look at that. Isn't that incredible? And what about this one? This is an amazing fact too, isn't it? But those two, they're nothing compared to this one. This is the ultimate amazing octopus fact. Ta-da! There we go. You get a bit of sort of natural history education as well as a bit of a drawing lesson here, don't we? We're hitting lots and lots of marks with these videos, aren't we? So yes, we're going to draw an octopus. Now then, just in case you haven't seen one of these videos before, shall I explain to you how it works? Right, well, lots of people, they say to me they don't think they're very good at drawing. I say everybody can draw. Sometimes you might need a little bit of help with the order to do the drawing in. That's where I come in, you see. I can help you with this. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to draw a little bit of the drawing on my piece of paper here. Then I want you to pause this video, and then you can copy exactly what I do. Just be a little tiny bit. Then start me up again, and I'll draw a bit more. Pause me, copy what I do. I'll draw some more. You draw. I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, I draw. And finally we're going to end up with a lovely drawing of a fantastic octopus. Does that sound like a good plan? Jolly good. Right, all you're going to need, a piece of paper, something to draw with, a pen or a pencil. Maybe a bit later you might want something to colour with, but that's not, if you haven't got anything to colour with, don't worry, you can just do some shading with your pencil. That's absolutely fine. Right. Let's begin then. Right, an octopus. Here we go. I'm now thinking, not only did I not really do any research into octopus facts, but I didn't do much octopus practicing. So this could go one of two ways, this particular video. But let's see, shall we? Let's see. Remember what I say, you just got to give it a go, haven't you? Just start drawing, see what you end up with. Usually it works out for me. So let's give it a go, shall we? Right. I want you to start by putting your pen about here, so about 2/3 of the way down your piece of paper, slightly over to one side. And now usually with these drawings we start with a little tiny shape or a little tiny line, don't we? But today we're going to actually start with quite a big shape, because what I want you to do is I want you to go up your page like this, quite a long way up, not quite to the top, but not far off. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to head back down and we're going to stop sort of level with where we started. So a big curved shape, like a sort of like a lowercase N shape, like that. Don't worry if it's not totally symmetrical, mine isn't, mine's a bit higher on that side. Remember what I say about drawings, it's the little mistakes in drawings that are often the best bits, I find. They're the bits that make it sort of individual, unique and beautiful, I think. So don't worry if you make a mistake, just keep on going. Okay, so there we go. That is the start of our octopus. I'm going to tell you which bit this is. This is our octopus's kind of head, if they're called heads, I don't know. Again, should have done my research, I'm sorry about this. Now then, octopuses are famous for having a certain number of legs, aren't they? Do you know how many legs an octopus has? The clue is actually in the name. Octopus. Oct. That is, I want to say the Latin word for 8. Is it Latin? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm really kind of revealing myself to be a bit of a doofus, aren't I, in this video today? Oh well, never mind. Anyway, 8. They have 8 legs, don't they? And now, 8 legs is a lot of legs to draw. It's a lot of legs to fit in a small space. So what we need to do is a bit of forward planning, okay? Now this is a very useful method when you're drawing. You don't just have to put your pen on the paper and start drawing, you know, straight away. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of planning. I'll show you what I mean. What I want you to do is halfway between the two ends of our curve, I want you to do a tiny dot right in the middle, like that. Just a very tiny dot. And then in between that dot and the end, I want you to draw 2 more dots. Try and keep them evenly spaced if you can, like that. And then I want you to do exactly the same here, 2 more dots. Again, we're going to try and keep them as close as you can. I mean, mine aren't perfect, that's a bigger gap there than there, but don't worry too much. But if you can keep them as close, as evenly spaced as you can, that would be good. So in total, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little dots in between our main dots. Now, these are going to be like, they're going to act almost like targets for us when we're doing our drawing, when we're drawing our octopus tentacles, you see. We're going to always try and get back to one of these dots. Now then, I tell you what, I think it's time for me to stop talking and start drawing. You'll see what I mean when I start drawing, okay? Are you ready? Here we go. Put your pen on the bottom left-hand side of your big swirly N shape and just draw a nice squiggly line any way you like that. And this is going to be the start of the first octopus tentacle. Now what you need to do from the end of that line, you need to sort of curve around and we need to follow that line back, trying to keep it pretty much even, so the same distance apart as that first line you did. And then we're going to join that up with the next dot, you see. So do you see that little dot was a little target for me to get back to, okay? Now we need to draw another one. This time my curly line is going to come. I'm going to go down this way a bit more, I think. Again, I'm going to turn around at the end and I'm going to follow my curvy line back and I'm going to end up at the next dot. Let's do it again. This time I'm going to start going that way, then I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to come this way. Now you guys, you don't have to draw the same curly wibbly wobbly shapes as me. Just feel free to do your own. Go off in any direction for as long as you like. As long as you end up back at one of your dots, you should be fine. Let's do the next one. This one's going in a similar shape to there. I'll go out here a bit, I think. I'm going to end up back at that dot, like that. One more. This time I've got a bit of space out here, so let's head this way a little bit more. Again, turn around, follow it back. Where's my dot? There it is. End up back there. Then I've just got to do one more over here. Now, this one, let me think. Let me have. Well, no, it's fine. I'm going to do pretty much, I think I'm going to draw. I'm going to go this way with this one. Like that. Follow it around, end up where I started. Now then, the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed something here. How many legs have I drawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. Now, how many legs did I say an octopus had? Can you remember? That's right, 8 legs. Why have you only drawn 6 legs, Rob? Well, octopus's legs, they sort of go all around their bodies, don't they? And so instead of trying to cram all 8, you can see it's already quite crowded here. So I thought instead of trying to get 2 more in there, I would do 2 that were sort of sitting behind these guys, sort of almost behind the body, okay? So this is how we're going to do that. We're going to do another one of our wiggly lines, but we're going to start it coming out the side here, and it just sort of goes back there, like that. And it's sort of hidden behind that first leg, like a little kind of spare leg. This one over here I'm going to do coming out here. It's going around there and behind, curling up. But there we go. It just gives us a little bit more space to play with. Okay? Ooh, that one's a bit funny actually. Never mind. Never mind. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octopus legs. That's not bad. That's looking pretty good. Right then. Now, I keep calling them legs. They're not legs, they're tentacles. Come on, I've got to get this terminology right. Come on, pull it back, Rob. You can do this. You can do this. Right, each tentacle, as you know, octopuses, they sort of have these suckers, don't they, on their tentacles that they use to kind of clamber around. Because they don't really, it's not really walking. I suppose it is sort of walking underwater. And I guess these sucker things, they sort of grip on to whatever it is that they're kind of clambering across, don't they? So I think we need to draw some little suckers. Now, do you remember we did one of the first videos that we did, Draw with Rob videos, way back in March, I think, maybe the end of March. Video number 5, I think it was. It was an alien. It was the alien Zorg from my book Show and Tell. And Zorg, I drew Zorg with tentacles like this. I sort of said, you guys, you can do whatever you like, but I drew tentacles, and they're very similar actually to this octopus. I think Zorg only has 5 though. And I drew little suckers on his tentacles too. So you can sort of, hopefully you can remember how to do that. But if you can't, this is how we do them. We just draw very simple sort of semicircles really on the underside of each of the tentacles. Just like that. As many or as few as you want. This one I'm going to start at the top because look, it sort of wraps around, doesn't it? And then it goes underneath when we get down to here. You keep going around there. Now listen, this is going to take me a little while. There's a lot of legs to do, so I'm just going to whip into super speed mode for a second, okay? And I'll see you back here in 5 or 10 seconds. Here we go. There we go. I've added the little suckers to the tentacles, and our octopus is really starting to take shape. And do you know what? We haven't got that much more to do here. We just need to wake him or her up. Very simple. We are going to draw a couple of eyes. We're going to do them right at the bottom of this kind of head shape here. Because octopuses, they've got these, I think, you know what? I think octopuses are very intelligent. They're very intelligent. I know there's these things, I've seen these, one of the things that they can do, and now this isn't necessarily down to intelligence, but they can squeeze through really tiny shapes, can't they? And into tiny gaps. They're sort of very malleable. They're obviously made of this kind of, I don't know, what is it they're made of? I want to say rubber. It's not rubber. Of course it is. Come on, Rob, it's not rubber. They're sort of made of this sort of like jelly. It's not jelly either, is it? I don't know what it's called. Come on, let's have an education station. What's it called? What are octopuses made of? There you go. That's the substance they're made of. But whatever it is, it's very malleable and can squeeze down into tiny little shapes. And they can do things like if you put something in a very narrow bottle, an octopus can reach one of its tentacles in and sort of, well, I think they actually can probably get all the way in the bottle, get whatever it is that's in there, and then they sort of squeeze themselves out, don't they? So they're very good at problem solving and puzzle solving. So I think they've got very big brains, which is why they've got such big heads, and that's why we're going to draw our eyes right at the bottom of that big brained head. Okay, so that was a very long-winded way of me saying just draw a circle at the bottom here, like that, and then draw another one next to it like that, and then let's put a couple of pupils in. Now often I say don't draw the pupils right in the center, but actually this time we're going to, because our octopus is looking straight at us. We're not drawing a side view, are we? He's looking straight at us, or she. In fact, I think mine is a she. Okay, now, we're not going to give our octopus a mouth, because actually, I think, now, again, I haven't done my research, but I think octopi, have beaks, don't they? Now, I don't know if they're actually beaks, like birds have beaks. Again, there might be some information appearing up here that puts me straight, but they're definitely called beaks. Either way, I'm not going to draw a mouth or a beak. I'm not going to draw anything. I'm just going to leave it like that. Remember, sometimes we do that. We just leave it like that because I think that expresses more personality than when you actually draw a mouth in not having a mouth, if that makes any sense. So instead, we'll add a few other details though, shall we? Let's give our octopus a few eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using the very thin bit of my brush for that. We can give him or her some eyebrows. We're going to put the eyebrows a long way above the eyes to make it look like they are quite happy. And then, do you know what? I think we should have a little bit of fun with our octopi now. Why don't you add a hat to your octopus? It can be any sort of hat. It could be a witch's hat. It could be a pirate's hat. It could be a cowboy hat. It could be a chef's hat. It could just be a nice cap. It could be anything you like. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to add a hat. I'm going to add a lovely ribbon. That's what I'm going to do. A little bow. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? A lovely little bow to my octopus's head there. And because this is Draw with Rob, I'm going to give my octopus here, she is going to be holding a pencil. So I'm just going to draw a nice pencil shape here. Let's give it a rubber at that end, a nice sharp tip here. Oh, I should have used my thinner pen, shouldn't I? Never mind. There we go. That's all right, that's not bad. There we go, an artistic octopus. Let's add a couple of lines here. Make our pencil look a bit more pencil-like. There we go, that's not bad. It's not bad, there we go. Look at this, a drawing octopus. This octopus is very lucky to draw 8 pictures at the same time. I could do with 8 tentacles, to be honest. Then I could do 8 Draw with Rob videos at the same time. It'd save me lots of work, wouldn't it? So there we go. Let's just add a couple more suckers there. There we go. Our artistic octopus is pretty much ready to colour in now. So I'm going to be back here. It's going to take me about 30 seconds or so to colour mine in. I think, you know what I say here, don't you? The rules are there are no rules. You can colour your octopus any colour you like. You can just do it all green or blue or red, whatever you like. You can make it stripy, spotty. Each leg could be a different colour, nice rainbow coloured octopus. Do whatever you like, go crazy. The more creative, the better, that's what I say. And you can do your octopuses holding anything you like, wearing any hats you like. Can't wait to see them. So listen, I'll see you back here in about 30 seconds. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So there we go. There's my coloured in octopus. I went for pink. I went for pink with this sort of aquamarine accents there on the suckers and on the bow. Got a little yellow pencil there. Of course, I'm pretty pleased with that drawing actually. I think, you know, sometimes when you use coloured pencils over the top of your pen, you have to then go back over the top of it again because it sort of dulls it a bit. You get some of the coloured lead over the top of your ink. So I always sort of tend to go back around the drawing. So I'm not going to do the whole thing now, but can you see what I mean? I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but sometimes maybe the eyelashes, if I just go over them, they sort of pop forward. Again, the ink is sort of refreshed on the top of your drawing. But there's my octopus. I can't wait to see what you've done. This is a really good one, isn't it, for variation, I think. So I can't wait to see the colours and the patterns you've used. I can't wait to see what you've drawn in the tentacles of your octopus. Maybe yours is holding drumsticks and a guitar. Rocktopus. That's all I'm saying. Octopus. Now that is a good title for a picture book. You heard it here first, folks. I'm copyrighting that idea that I just had. Or yours, who knows? Maybe, as I said, it could be like, it's Halloween. Well, I hate to say this, but it's Halloween quite soon. Maybe yours is a witchy octopus with a broomstick or something like that. A wizard, maybe. Who knows? I can't wait to see what you've come up with. Now then, there's one more thing we have to do, isn't there, to our drawing? One of the most important things of all. We need to let everybody know who's created these beautiful works of art. So, sign your drawing wherever there's a space. There we go. There's my drawing signed, my lovely little octopus. Now then, what I want you to do is get your grown-up to take a picture of your drawings, and then if they can post it on social media using the hashtag #drawwithrob, that way I will get to see it, and who knows, fingers crossed, your drawing of an octopus might make the grid on the Friday, this Friday coming. If you manage to tag it, then it will go into the draw, and we pick out 80 or 90 drawings at random to go in the grid. If you happen to be watching this at school, in your class, maybe the whole class is drawing octopi as we speak, why don't you get your teacher to take a picture of you all holding your drawings up to the camera? Or if you don't want to get your faces in the picture, maybe you could all put your drawings on the floor and your teacher could take a picture of all the drawings together. And then if you post that on social media, you can use the Draw with Rob hashtag, but also maybe you could use the Class of the Week hashtag. And then what happens is I'm going to choose the picture that I like best, and you will get a very special Class of the Week certificate, especially for you guys to put up on the wall. Draw with Rob Class of the Week. Who wouldn't want to be the Draw with Rob? Draw with Rob Class of the Week. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed drawing this octopus with me today. I've had a lot of fun showing you how to do it. I'm quite relieved because it hasn't turned out half bad, and I didn't do any practice really before I started this, so you never know what's going to happen when this is the case, but I think it's all right. I've had a lot of fun showing you how to do this. I'm going to be back very soon with another Draw with Rob video. In the meantime, you all take care of yourselves, keep on drawing, keep on practicing, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, it's me. You didn't expect to see me that soon, did you? I hope you really enjoyed that video that you've just watched. I can't wait to see the drawings that you've done. Don't forget to share them using the Draw with Rob hashtag. I just wanted to pop up here and remind you that the Draw with Rob activity book is out now. If you would like to grab yourself a copy, you can get it from wherever you get books from, and it's full of really cool things for you to do, colouring pages, lots of the draw-alongs of your favourite characters that we've done on these videos here, and there's a little frame for you to draw your pictures in, perforated edge so you can tear the picture out easily and stick it up on the wall. But there's loads of really cool things for you to do. As I said, colouring pages, little thing. I've started drawings off and you've got to finish them, that kind of thing. And then right at the end, if you go through the book and you really enjoy yourself, look, there's even your very own certificate to stick up on your wall to say that you are officially an ace artist. So there you go. That book is available now. I'll stick a link somewhere in the post or on the YouTube page for you if you are interested in buying it. In the meantime, this time I really am going. I'll see you very soon for another Draw with Rob video. Take care.